the name of God, the most gracious, the most merciful. Praise be to God, Lord of the worlds, and praise and peace be upon our Prophet Muhammad and all his family and companions. Mohammed Kareem for Cars. Auto Parts Store. Mitsubishi Toyota Spare Parts, Kia, Hyundai, Nissan, Chevrolet, Mazda, and airbag control coating, renewal and modification for all models and types of cars. Airbag control coating and car airbag programming, renewal and modification of all makes and models of cars. Spark plugs. Spark problems. During its lifetime, an average spark plug can ignite 27.5 million to 110 million times. Each time, a few particles evaporate from the electrodes of the spark plug. Eventually, the spark plug gap widens, and the air-fuel mixture no longer ignites efficiently. Other engine problems may contaminate the spark plug, and in certain circumstances, it may not ignite at all. How does spark plug work? Fire requires three components: oxygen, fuel, and heat. In your car's engine, every time the cylinder draws an intake stroke, it is drawing in air. Port injection engines inject fuel during the intake stroke, while direct injection, gasoline or diesel engines may wait until the compression stroke. Finally, heat is supplied in one of two ways: one or two spark plugs for gasoline engines, or heat of compression for diesel engines. The result, as any time these three ingredients are combined, is a small explosion. When cruising at 55 miles per hour, the medium cylinder will fire 1,000 times per minute, or 16 times per second. In gasoline engines, heat is supplied in the form of a small lightning bolt. The high voltage, from 5 kV to 45 kV, depending on the vehicle, is generated in an ignition coil, which is controlled by the distributor or the end. The charge is directed to the spark plug via the spark plug wire. A spark occurs when charge jumps between the electrodes of the spark plugs, only 0.01 inch to 0.07 inch wide. The heat generated, between 8,500 degrees Fahrenheit and 11,800 degrees Fahrenheit, ignites the fuel-air mixture, causing the piston to lower its power stroke. Signs of spark problems. How do you know if your spark plugs need attention? Your engine is a finely tuned machine, and performance, fuel economy and reliability depend on consistent delivery of air, fuel and spark. Here are 7 signs of spark plug problems. Fuel economy. If you follow fuel economy, as everyone should, spark plug problems can cause your engine to use more fuel than usual. Since the engine control unit does not control spark power or oxygen content, it adds fuel to compensate for poor combustion. Fault. A cylinder malfunction occurs when the spark plug cannot ignite the fuel-air mixture. This can be caused by worn spark plugs, contamination, cracked spark plug wires, or other problems. Check engine light. For many people, the check engine light may be the only indication that your engine has spark plug problems. The engine control module is much more sensitive than many drivers and can detect single-cylinder misfires in thousands of good ignitions. Hard starting, proper ignition is more difficult when the engine is cold. The ECM adds more fuel to account for poor evaporation, which can make it difficult to ignite a worn spark plug, resulting in difficult starting, long cranking, or a no-start condition. Rough idle. When idling, spark plug problems may be apparent as more vibration, which is essentially a cylinder misfire that only occurs at idle. Poor performance. When accelerating, the spark plugs are especially on demand to provide a powerful spark to ignite more fuel and generate more power. Defective spark plugs or weak ignition coils may not keep up with demand. Indecisiveness. Sudden rise. Indecisiveness about acceleration and surge can be described a little less frequently as that the engine does not respond immediately to driver inputs. And after that, an unexpected surge of strength may come. This slight delay in the power delivery could indicate a problem with the spark plug. Replace spark plugs like a pro. Depending on the type of vehicle, engine, and type of spark plug, spark plugs generally last from 30,000 to 120,000 miles. Spark plug wires and spark coils tend to last a bit longer, but they are usually not more than twice the life of the spark plugs you power. For most vehicles, replacing the spark plugs is simple, although you may need to be enthusiastic to reach for some, perhaps positioned behind shields or under the intake manifolds and other equipment. Here are the basic steps for replacing spark plugs. Reaching the spark plugs, this may require removing other parts, such as engine covers, head shields or the intake manifold. Remove the spark plug wire or spark coil. Before removing the wires, use tape or some other locating means, otherwise the spark plugs may not fire in the correct order. Replace broken, worn or damaged spark plug wires or shoes. Blowing spark plug channels debris tends to collect in unprotected spark plug tubes and ducts. Compressed air is a good idea to get rid of it and prevent it from falling into the cylinder when the spark plug is removed. Removing spark plugs. Using the spark plug socket and extension lock, remove the old spark plugs. Spark cleaning threads. A spark thread chaser is a great investment, and a few minutes of tilting the threads in the cylinder head can prevent future spark plug headaches. Set spark plug gap. Most of the new spark plug gaps are Perez, Mohammed Karim for cars. Auto Parts Store. Mitsubishi, Toyota spare parts, Kia, Hyundai, Nissan, Chevrolet, Mazda, and airbag control coating, renewal and modification for all models and types of cars. Airbag control coating and car airbag programming, renewal and modification of all makes and models of cars. Thank you to our followers, and we hope to visit again, and that today's video about spark plugs has won your admiration and provided useful information. We are waiting for your comments to improve our content. Peace, mercy and blessings of God.